Hello guys, welcome back to my channel MarsForm Barnsy. I hope everybody's doing okay in these troubled times. I'd just like to go back to one of the very first videos I ever done, going back a few years ago. There's just a couple of things in it that I wanted to point out, but I never got the chance really for one thing or another. Just a couple of things. I might have mentioned this in passing in one of my other videos, but I remember sort of pointing out that this could be and the eroded remains of a boat here. See this? This is the prow. You can see the snout, the horns, and then the ornate carving on the prow, and it sweeps round this way. And I always had the impression that it was some kind of eroded boat. Okay, and possibly it's been tampered with, because it looks as if there's quite a bit of blurring in this area here. But that was always the impression I got. You know, there's something sticking up there. And then I remember pointing out that this circular feature here could have been like a little landing area. You know, you can see, you know, where it's circular there and circular there, and it comes out, and then there's like these little wooden, well, I'm saying the wooden stumps, but they look as if they might have been support structures for a structure that stood here. Maybe possibility, I'm only saying. But I did discover a wider image of this when I'd done a panorama of Sol 198, and I made a video called "Is This a Cemetery in Gale Crater?" and it was absolutely full of anomalies, sculptures and anomalous artifacts and everything. It's one of the best group of images ever from Curiosity, Sol 198. But if you go to that video, "Is This a Cemetery in Gale Crater?" you'll see the panorama I've done. I think I must have put about 60 images together, and you know, found some fantastic things. I know, and other people have found some other things on the same, you know, the same images, not just myself. But if I just go to auto color, because you can usually see it a little bit better, and you can see like the, you know, the carvings and the way the prow sweeps around. But there was actually a bigger image of this, okay, where, because this image only went up to there, but I did eventually find a bigger image, you know, when I was doing the panorama and everything. So this here is the bigger image. So if I just open it up, this is the bigger image. Okay, so there's the prow. It's not as clear, not as defined as the other one, but you can still see where it comes round, and you still get the impression, although the image isn't fantastic, you can still see where I'm coming from, where I thought it might have been the eroded remains of a boat that's been slightly disguised by NASA. Okay, that's what I think. But the other image only went up to there. Just maybe watch me cursor up to there. But on this one, obviously you can see the full extent of it. Now, if you look carefully, you can see the stern, the back end of there's the prow, the back end of the boat. Look at that, small, like a small square platform. See, with it 1, 2, 3, with 4 straight lines, and it's got something within it there and something here. It's very, very hard to see, I understand that, but it seems to be some kind of hole there with something sticking up. Now I'm just wondering whether that's the controls for the boat, like the controls for the rudder, something like that. But this was just a jumble of rocks. What's the chances of me hypothesizing that this looked like a boat, looked like the remains of a boat, and then look at what's at the end of it, a square platform? What's the chances of that? If this was just a random feature, random pile of rocks, whatever, and I surmised when I could only see up to there that it was a boat, and then all of a sudden I find the full image, and there's a square area at the back of it. Nowhere else, just there. What's the chances of that? And that to me is just a little tiny bit of further evidence that that could actually be the eroded remains of a boat. Okay, so I've just wanted to show that. This is a close up of it, and can you see the four square? It comes along and then it dips a little bit there and then comes along. I just think that, that just emphasises. Now, just so you know, guys, right, this is only about no more than 3 feet in length. Okay, and when I first started looking at these images, that was one of the main things I had difficulty with, the size. And I used to hesitate sometimes to point things out because I wasn't sure about the size, But when I done the solar panorama of 198 and put all the images together, there was actual tracks of the Curiosity rover on the floor, and I think the wheel, the radius of the wheels was something like 16 inches or something like that. So I could start measuring sizes, and I got the shock of my life when I realised just how small these images are. And honestly, I thought it was like a big boat or something like that, and it was actually only 3 feet. And that's why I come out with some theories, hypotheses in that video, Sol 198, is this a cemetery about there being small humanoids on Mars. I know it sounds crazy, but I did put a little bit of evidence in there, and there's some analogues on Earth, very, very small people. Okay, so anyway, I just thought to point that out because I just don't think it's a coincidence that you've got a square stern like that on and a sweeping prow like that. Okay, but there was something else that I wanted to show as well. I've always wanted to show it, but I just never had the time. I never couldn't really fit it in. You know what I mean? But it was this here. Okay, now somebody else commented on my very first video I done, and someone put in a comment, so I actually missed something out, and he said I missed out the frog. Now I didn't miss it out. I knew it. I saw it because I see everything in these. I do see 99% of the stuff in here, but I don't always have the time, and I can't always point everything out purely for time's sake. But he always wanted to come back to it. But I know I'm not crazy now, because this particular individual, who's an artist, turned around and said, "Oh, you've missed the frog." He said, "I'm not sure about the boat," which was fair enough. That's fine. He said, "But you missed the obvious frog." And what he's talking about is this. Okay, and I did say to him, "Look, I did see it, but I couldn't fill it out." But he pointed it out. Okay, so myself saw it, and he saw it. So I thought to myself, well, it's most probably what it looks like. You go by what you can see, and this area is full of little sculptures and artifacts. Okay, which I've found quite a few. And I always wanted to come back and point this out. But as you can see, we've got what possibly looks like an amphibian of some sort. Again, it's only about 1.5 feet in length, guys. It's not massive. It's not big. Okay, it's it's quite a small feature, but I think it's unmistakable. If you look at it, you can see the eye. The eye is absolutely perfect, and the eye is raised up off the head because there's a little shadow here. Okay, and then there's another elevated area here, so it does look as if there's two eyes here at the elevated area, right in line with it, and then it sweeps round. It's got roughly a triangular shape, and it's being put together using small blocks. See the blocks? 1 block, 2, 3, 4, and the upper jaw has got small blocks as well. They're small blocks. Okay, then you've got the eye, and then you've got the back. Don't forget, this is all eroded. Everything's eroded, destroyed. These are the remnants of things that once were. Some of them have survived in better condition than others. Okay, but what the other guy didn't see, which which I did see, was the tongue. Can you see this triangular shape here, and it goes right the way down to the end. I think that might just be a rock in front of the end of the tongue, I'm not sure. But so there's the mouth, okay, there's the head with the eye. Look at the eye is perfect. And then this, to me, is most probably its tongue, okay? And that's made out of blocks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And then this is in the way. But if you have a look at this gap here, there's like a big gap there. Now, this block here, I think this block would fit perfectly in there, okay? See that gap? I think that block here is from that gap, because if you have a look at the colour on the top, it's the same as the colour on the top of this block here. Can you see that? And then the sides look very smooth to me. See how smooth the side is there? So I think if you slotted that in there, you would have the full sculpture of the frog, the amphibian, whatever it is, and its long tongue. I think that's what it's a depiction of. Okay, so I just thought it was interesting, and it fits in with the area because it's full of these little sculptures. And this has always fascinated me here. This is some kind of artificial artifact. That's all I can say. It's got like a square bottom. There's a straight line there, and then there's a bolt here and a bolt there, and then there's something sticking up. So and the rest of it's buried. This is all, well, I think it's all metal, to be honest with you. It's all like, and this is like metal, and most of it's buried in the dust. And this, I think that's metal as well. I don't think it's rock. It's as if this could have been on top of this maybe, and it's burst open, because look at the edges seem to have burst open, and the shape of it. Look at the shape of it, and it's hollow underneath. So this, to me, was most probably some kind of artifact or something like that. Okay, it's a fascinating area. I mean, look at that. That's machined, isn't it? Look at the triangular area, and there's a little archway, and there's this circular hole there, and it just looks machined. And then this area, I did go into a lot of it in more detail, but in early videos, but I just wanted to show you this. Okay, it's only a short video, guys, just for a couple of things. I just wanted to get back into doing the videos, and I just thought, well, I'll do a little short one because I've been a little bit tired lately, so I just thought I'd do a little one just to get back into it. And there's just a couple of interesting things that I thought you could possibly be interested in. Okay then, guys, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I am going to do a few more orbital videos. I've got loads of different things to do, but it's getting the time and getting over a little bit of tiredness that I've got at the moment to do them. You know what I mean? But I will get back to doing the orbital shots, because I've got some interesting stuff there that I've been wanting to show you. Okay then, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next video. Thanks guys, thank you very much for watching.